Hello, my name is Lucy Joy Morris, and I'm delighted to have been asked to share with you some of the latest published repertoire in the youth, Cambiata and children's choir category. I work with a number of youth choirs myself. I think the young people are aged between 6 and 18, and I'm also the principal conductor of the National Youth Choirs of Great Britain Boys Choir, which means I have a particular interest in finding really good repertoire for boys with changing voices. So with that in mind, I thought we would start by having a look at the beautiful arrangement of the American folk song Shenandoah, which has been submitted, an arrangement by Oliver Tarney, and this is part of the OUP Emerging Voices series, which is a real lifeline for young Cambiata choirs. There are 3 parts in this piece for different stages of the voice change. So the top line can be sung by boys at the very early stage of voice change where they've just lost the top of their register, or even by trebles, and then Cambiata 2 is more like a tenor line with a very small range, and the baritone line is again lower but not too low for young voices. And I particularly like the end of this arrangement because you can hear that rolling river, and so do give this one a look. I'm going to play the end of it to you now. I'll stop that one there, but do give that one a look. Beautiful piano part as well for that one. If your young male singers sing as part of a youth choir, and in your choir you have more upper voices than lower voices, you may be interested in music written for SAB. So if so, you'll be delighted to hear that Sarah Cautor's popular piece, I Remember, is now available in an SAB form, as well as in the well-known SA 2-part setting. And the addition of the lower male voice, I think, works really well. So this is available from OUP, and here is a little short extract.
Summers when corn is high, I remember, branches reaching to the sky, and when I sing, I remember all the harvests of the field, fruits of love that lie in waiting, all the bounty now revealed. I remember this, my friend.
We'll stop that there, but it's a beautiful tune, so do give that one a look. The next piece I would like to highlight is by Jim Papoulis, who writes wonderful uplifting pieces for youth choirs. This is called Give Us a Hope, and it's available in a number of arrangements, which is particularly useful if you are looking for a massed choir piece for different choirs of different ages or different voice parts to sing together. And this will appeal to a wide age range, and it's good fun as well. I want to share with you a recording actually of the SATB version, which was made in the first wave of the pandemic last April by a Californian high school. So here we go.
Listen to the sound of my voice. Can you feel the beat of my heart? Listen to the questions I have. Listen to me. It's all very simple to see what we need. Give us hope. My voice is calling. Can't you see? to the sound of my voice. Can you feel the beat of my heart? Listen to the questions I have. Listen to me.
The next few pieces are perfect for church choirs with limited voices or voice parts, and as well as that for youth choirs who sing religious music. So the first is a setting of the Chorister's Prayer by Joanna Forbes Lestrange. This is for 2 upper voice parts with organ. The first verse is a beautiful unison tune, and the second time there is an additional second part, and I will play you the second half with that additional second part now.
Bless, O Lord, bless, O Lord, bless, O Lord, us thy servants, who minister in thy temple. Grant that what we
What a beautiful tune. I'm sure you will agree that that will sound really quite stunning, sung by young voices. Moving on now to another sacred piece. This is Ave Maria by Clara Schumann, and it's been arranged by Olivia Sparkle. I would really recommend this for upper voices, maybe secondary age or slightly more experienced trebles, as it's quite a mature piece, but it's a really lovely excuse to work on Latin text, long legato phrases, and I think it would make a lovely anthem for maybe Mothering Sunday, Christmas, weddings, funerals. I could go on. So do take a look at this, Ave Maria. We'll leave that one there for now, but beautiful arrangement. 2 more religious arrangements now that I would like to draw your attention to. The first is a new setting of Silent Night. So the words you will recognise, and so probably will your choristers, but the music is by Elizabeth Keatley Smith, and this is a Lindsay Music publication. It's a beautiful arrangement, a beautiful tune, quite different from the original. So give that a look, and it's in 2 parts further down as well, with an optional second part. So definitely one to have a look at if you're looking for something different this Christmas. And second, if you have a youth choir or an SATB or SAB youth choir that are affiliated with a church and you are looking for a new arrangement of a well-known hymn, do take a look at this, which is Morning Has Broken, which is a shot publication. The tune you will recognise, but this is a lovely new arrangement of it with an optional tenor part in the baritone line there. So do give that one a look as well. So now it's time for some secular repertoire for upper voices. The first one I'd like to show you is an OUP publication of Singing Children by the wonderful Bob Chilcott. So this one's lots of fun. I would personally recommend it for junior choirs aged about 9 to 15, 16. At times it's in 3 parts with the top line regularly singing up to a top G. So it would probably suit a more advanced choir looking for something quite lively. Let's have a listen to a short extract now.
So fine and fair, so fine, so fine and fair, and joyful thing, most happy folks we singers be. Da 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 Singing children, this is our life, this is our food. It gives us a time most merry. It makes us work for company to sing our songs most cheerfully.
There we go. So that lovely tune, the da-da-doo-dahs come back time and time again, and sometimes in one part, sometimes in more. So have a look at that one. If you have a young choir who like to sing pieces from films or from musical theatre, then have a look at All Is Found, which is arranged by Mac Huff. Now, this wasn't known to me, but it's very likely to be known by the members of your young choirs, as it's from Frozen 2. And this is available in 2 parts or in SAB format, which is very handy. And also, unlike a lot of other arrangements similar to this, the rhythms are actually very straightforward and very close to what's sung on the recordings that the young people will know so well. So definitely one to have a look at. Let's have a listen to the beginning. Here we go.
Where the north wind meets the sea, there's a river full of memory. Sleep, my darling, safe and sound, for in this river all is found. All is found. When all is lost and all is found.
There we go. We'll stop there for now just to save time, but do look at the whole of that piece if you're interested in that style of music. So I'd like to finish with 3 pieces which are suitable for young choirs who sing in 1 or 2 parts. The first piece is a really fun one. It's in 2 parts, and I would recommend this for 7 to 11-year-olds. It's called Aiken Drum, and it's a Scottish folk song arranged by Blake Richter, and it's published by Walton Music. Now this is written for choir, piano, fiddle, and optional guitar and drums. So let's have a look at this one. As you'll see, it's the words are really good fun, and the young people will certainly enjoy singing this one. So there was a man who lived in the moon, lived in the moon. There was a man who lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. His head was made of an apple, and his name was Aiken Drum. His body was made of a pickle. You can see where this is going. And then there's a fun little chorus, and each time you add each of those body parts and what they're made of. So you can see from the second verse, his legs were made of celery, and his arms were made of bananas. I think you could probably enjoy adding some actions and some movement to this one if you wanted to as well. So I will play you from about page 8, which is when it really starts getting enjoyable, really quite fun, and it starts in 2 parts with the violin introduction here as well. So from the top of page 8, here we go. that's all I'll play, but you can really hear that it kicks off. It's quite a party by the end, so enjoy that one. Aiken Drum. I would also like to show you The Reindeer Carol by Noel Rawsthorne, published by Banks Music Publications. Now, this is a lovely spirited song, which I think young singers would really enjoy having a go at. But although the theme would be appropriate for very young singers, I wouldn't recommend singing this with children much younger than about 7 or 8, as there are quite a lot of words and the range is quite big, from a B below middle C to a top F. I don't have a recording of this one, unfortunately, but it's definitely one to try, and I will show you the score. So Father Christmas working away in Lapland, reindeer prancing eager to pull the sleigh. Parcels loaded ready to start the journey with presents for the children on Christmas Day. Puddings, pies and fresh plump turkeys, cakes and candy, sacks of toys, sweets and chocolates, dolls and teddy bears, new red scooter, books and pencils. So lots of fun, lots of words, lots to get their teeth stuck into. And this would also be a fun one to try with actions, perhaps letting the children come up with some of them for themselves. So to finish then, a piece arranged by Janet Wheeler, which is published by Maze Music, and this is called There Was a Pig Went Out to Dig. Now this would be really appropriate for very young children, and it's certainly one I'm going to introduce to my very youngest choir of 6 and 7-year-olds to sing in their Christmas concert. So if we take a look at the score, you'll see that this piece builds, adding a different animal and a different verse each time. So it's a nice simple tune, very much singable, and you can transpose it up and down to suit the singers. And each time you introduce a new animal, you get a little percussive tune that fits with their part. So we've got om nom digga 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 dig for the pig there, and then we have the cow with a t t t t moo. So it's a lovely way of introducing to them different types of rhythms, perhaps notated or just orally, whichever you prefer. And it builds and builds and builds. I'm just going to play you the final verse where all of the animals are being sung or being introduced at the end, and there's nothing to say that you couldn't have each of these different sounds layered on top of each other if you have enough singers, that you give each of the parts of the choir a different animal to be, and they can even do actions as well. So it's a lot of fun and you can explore different ways of doing this. So let's have a listen to the final verse of There Was a Pig Went Out to Dig. I'll stop there just for time, but you can see that the final verse brings all of those things together, and it finishes with a little bit of optional 2-part music as well. So do give that one a go, lots of fun, and I'm sure the children will enjoy trying all of those different animal impressions. So unfortunately that's all I've got time for, but please do have a look through all of the fantastic samples that the publishers have provided, because there's some really great music out there and something for every choir, no matter what age you are working with. Thank you to ABCD for inviting me, and best of luck to you all with the new term.